rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the running back takes the handoff. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking to pass here on second down. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but a little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
Boy, you find a one-on-one matchup just like this, even though it's the first play of the game, and you attack downfield. Regardless of the situation, when you see a matchup as a quarterback, you take advantage of it. What a way to get started here for this offense.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
First down, looking to throw the football. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Football comes out. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble. And the Gators will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Finally brought down to the 13-yard line. An enormous gain puts him in great scoring position.
Now, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job of the coverage team. line getting set up. It's a first down play. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle made after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On third down, he drops to throw. It's incomplete. There is a marker down on the field. Let's check out that call. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. That's a bullet pass to the left side. He fires this throw and is intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. At the 30 now. Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. Into traffic, and he cost his team in a big way.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? The junior able to bring him down quickly. The Gators will come to the line and crank up the tempo. Play action fake, looking to throw. Trying to create here on the move. And he's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Lining up to try the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Gets rid of it on the move. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Tackle made after a big gain. One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receiver. That's really where we are.
There's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bama.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Florida offense is back out on the field now. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. At the 30 now. Inside the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. And he'll be brought down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Takes the ball and heads to the left. Breaks loose at the 40. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Defense will make the stop, and what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Here's the second down play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The ball is loose, and the defense jumps on the football.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
formation. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He lets it go on the move. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Florida. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They got into plus territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off immediately. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. The defense with more pre-snap movement. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense in hurry-up mode. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. The quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Important 3rd down play coming up after that completion. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got 4th down.
It's 4th down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. 4th down, looking to throw for it. And looking for a big play here. Deep ball caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Just ran away from the defense.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his 2nd touchdown reception in this football game.
The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Gators offense retakes the field. It was a 1-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. They begin with a quick throw to the left. Breaks a tackle on the play, makes a decent gain.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's quarterback can provide a bit of a spark. See if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
When he's got some space here. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. The quarterback making some changes at the line. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The offense now operating in empty. From the shotgun, drops back. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he's brought down there. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to...
He'll take a deep shot. That one is incomplete. He caught it, but couldn't stay in bounds.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 after the previous play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Throws a bullet deep down the right side. Oh, that one's picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Launching downfield. And he pulls in the catch. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game.
Caught near the goal line. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Gators. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Now, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's hit as he throws it. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
We finally see a change-up from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
The tackle is made, but the game sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
First and goal, handoff. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. It's a second and goal play for the offense. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. Gabe moves the ball to the 4. It's third down and goal. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Oh, and he dropped it. You don't see that often from this guy. Brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. Launches downfield. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. That gain enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And looking to throw now on first down. Let's it fly to the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline.
Boy, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he'll lost it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tie.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation and put so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
The kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Three guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Finds an open target on the left side. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to make a big play downfield. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Nice grab. It's Willingham. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offensive coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
And the runner brought down after just a short gain. The Miners going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Gators will kick this away to get the second half going. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He'll take a deep shot here. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. And now from the pistol formation. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. That's a big gain, finally brought down near the 37.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws. They are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Now, Matt run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. Same tailback, another carry. And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
The tight end has got it. Touchdown, Florida. And the route is on. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Kickoff team is on the field. See if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Tackle made after the completion. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up.
Looking to throw it deep. Catch is made way down inside the 30. Touchdown, Alabama. No chance to catch him.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he doesn't make it. The defense holds him there. Still a 3-score game. The lead at 18. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. The Florida offense retakes the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
Nice play to start the drive. They're near midfield here for 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. No huddle here for the offense. Press coverage now from the secondary. Running play called on 3rd and short. Gets some space around the 30. Touchdown, Gators. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking for a deep completion. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Man, if I'm this offense, Chris, I stay aggressive. I know they didn't connect there, but keep testing this defense. Keep challenging, because if you do connect on that one, it could be a game-breaking play.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Snags a quick throw. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back.
He's looking deep here. Receiver makes the grab inside the 15. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Bama. That's another strike from his quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They take take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Fighting off the defender.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Important second down play coming up. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, as you know, the reason this team has such a nice lead today is the day that this guy has had running the football. But that time, finally, the defense comes up with an answer for him.
Crucial third down play coming up. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And here comes a deep shot. The outfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
The pass is intercepted. And he steps out of bounds, but a crucial takeaway. Great play by this defense.
Well, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Looks like he's going to run it. He's found some room at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The Gators offense retakes the field. Ball handed off. Breaks loose at the 45. Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more.
Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Florida. And this one is getting ugly. Set up for the PAT. Extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. quarterback changing the play now at the line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. A lot of contact.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires this one deep middle. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. That's a huge gain, grabbing momentum as the third period expires. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Tries the right with a quick throw. He's got it for a big gain. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's first and goal right there. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They're setting out to try the PAT. And it's good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Florida offense retakes the field. On first down, it's play action. Looking right, this one caught. A huge hit by the linebacker. Collision of big bodies there. A completion makes it second and medium.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The Gators will have to punt this one away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Can he make it? They can't catch him. Touchdown. A punt return for a touchdown in a playoff game. That's a moment we're not going to forget for some time.
We won't forget about this one, and I don't think I'll ever forget the blocks that helped get him loose to be able to score this touchdown. He's going to get a lot of the credit. When they go back and watch the film, I think he's going to give an assist to the entire unit.
Empty set as they try for the two-point conversion. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He's swarmed by the defense.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that two-point conversion.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line. Run that running back. Make sure he protects the football. And you got a great chance at a victory.
Handoff as you try to work the clock here. The junior able to bring him down quickly. The Gators will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Short throw complete to the tight end.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
The Gators with 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
These obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Gators. Still no answer for this offensive machine. And Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. First down. They're going to throw the football. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle at the 35, good enough for a first down. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown. Tie. Made the defense look slow that time. Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here comes a handoff. They'll tackle him out across the 20. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. And the Gators looking to run some tempo here. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. He goes nowhere on 3rd and short. I don't think he got it. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Look to convert here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. So they get the first down, and that could be the dagger. This defense needed to stop right there. The offense can begin to think about celebrating.
What a gutsy call here by the head coach to go for this with 4th down with the lead late in the game. Give them all the...
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Gators lining up here on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground here. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
Extra point up and good. A 19-point lead now here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now is able to get set to send this one away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. Looking to throw now on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Incomplete and nearly intercepted yet again. 2nd down now.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. And he drops back in the gun. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do it.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's 3rd down. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.